Now, hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Nein? Ach so. Okay. So, yes, welcome. Maybe for those who were not here before, we are now going into the second part of the evening. Noraa will be live on stage now, and I'm super excited. Please welcome her with a warm applause.
Hi, guten Abend. Ja, wir reden ja gleich nochmal, deswegen fange ich, glaube ich, einfach direkt mal an. Der erste Song heißt Peace und ist für mich ein neuer Song, habe ich noch nie so gespielt und ja, Peace.
Carry the news, the word is going. Carry the news, the word is going crazy. Switch off my phone so I can breathe again. You want the energy I'm saving. You have been waiting all alone, craving. If you can't bring me peace, won't you please just let me just take it easy, at least for a while. If you can't bring me peace, won't you please just let me? 'Cause nobody ever seemed to get this right, yeah, yeah. Conversation's over, I remember everything you say. 'Cause all your little demons find a new home in my head. Conversation's over, oh, yeah. 'Cause all your little demons find a new home in my head. But I know, God bless, no one can curse me to put you up from the dirt. But I know when I'm with you, things get worse. I think something's never changed, no. So if you can't bring me peace, won't you please just let me just take it easy, at least for a while. If you can't bring me peace, won't you please just let me? 'Cause nobody ever seemed to get this right, yeah, yeah. Conversation's over, I remember everything you say. 'Cause all your little demons find a new home in my head. Conversation's over, ah, yeah. 'Cause all your little demons find a new home in my head.
Danke. Dankeschön. Es ist voll schön, hier zu sein. Ganz kurz, also für mich ist das auf jeden Fall das erste Konzert dieses Jahres. Alles andere wurde abgesagt. Und ja, dementsprechend freue ich mich. Ich bin aber auch ein bisschen nervös, deswegen hat es direkt falsch angefangen. Aber ist auf jeden Fall schön. Der nächste Song heißt Lie to Me.
Why you acting like I don't know? Why you been hiding? And I know you're trying to lay low, you just get it fighting. Now I'm going where the wind blows. Out of this crisis, see, I'm just being honest. Boy, you should try this. If you're gonna lie to me, right in my face. You don't get to cry to me like I'm to blame. If you're gonna lie to me, then I'm sorry to say. You ain't get a lie next to me. You ain't get a lie with me, yeah. If you love me, then just let go. Don't even call me, 'cause I caught you on your tiptoes. So baby, keep walking. And I'm tired of this convo. So baby, keep talking. If you love me, then just let go. Baby, don't call me, no. If you're gonna lie to me right in my face. You don't get to cry to me like I'm to blame. If you're gonna lie to me, then I'm sorry to say. You ain't get a lie next to me. You ain't get a lie with me, yeah. I know you don't like the truth, but I've been here before. Next time you think before you talk, yeah. If you're gonna lie to me right in my face. You don't get to cry to me like I'm to blame. If you're gonna lie to me, then I'm sorry to say. You ain't get a lie next to me. You ain't get a lie with me, yeah. You ain't get a lie with me, you ain't get a lie with me, yeah, yeah. You ain't get a lie with me.
Dankeschön. Der nächste Song heißt Easy. Dafür drehe ich nächste Woche ein Video. Und ja, das ist auch das erste Mal, dass ich dazu jetzt die Akustikversion spiele.
Wish I could take it back, the part that I gave you. After the high was passed, I finally saw through all of the games you played around. I couldn't see through your eyes, smoking mirrors, and all of the masks you were me out. I couldn't give it up, but tonight I'ma let you down. Easy, easy, easy come, easy go. Easy, easy, I should've known, no. Easy, easy, easy come, easy go. Easy, easy, I should've known, no. I should've known, no. Yeah. You're gonna change your mind quick as the wind blows. Remember the sweet, sweet things you said, I almost believed, bro. All of the games you played around, I couldn't see through your eyes, smoking mirrors, and all of the masks you were me out. I couldn't give it up, but tonight I'ma let you down. Easy, easy, easy come, easy go. Easy, easy, I should've known, no. Easy, easy, easy come, easy go. Easy, easy, I should've known, no. I should've known, no. I should've known, no. Who you was, and who you are now. Who you are now. Who you was, was, who you was, and who you are now. Who you was, and who you are now. Who you are now. Who you was, and who you are now. Easy, easy, easy come, easy go. Easy, easy, I should have known, no. Easy, easy, easy come, easy go. Easy, easy, I should have known, no. 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 I should have known.
Dankeschön. Dankeschön.
I've been running all day, my feet burn, but still I'm always late. I think I'll never learn. I got my own time, it runs slow. I'll confess, but life is not a race. As soon as you're with me, I feel no stress. 'Cause time runs slow when you surround me, when you're around me. Every time runs slow when you surround me, when you're around me. Every time runs slow. Time runs slow when you surround me, when you're around me. I've been running all day, it's getting late. Shadows falling tall, still I long for shade. Moments rushing by on my way to you, but nothing feels real enough. Nothing is true. When time runs slow, when you surround me, when you're around me. Time runs slow, when you surround me, when you're around me. Every time runs slow. Time runs slow, when you surround me, when you're around me. When time runs slow, when you surround me, when you're around me. Every time runs slow, when you surround me, when you're around me. Every time runs slow. Time runs slow, when you surround me, when you're around me. Time runs slow.
Dankeschön. Danke. Das war ein sehr alter Song von mir. Das ist so der vielleicht zweite Song, den ich irgendwann mal geschrieben habe. Und ja, ich hatte irgendwie Lust, den heute Abend zu spielen. Der nächste Song ist auch ein älterer Song. Wisst ihr jetzt wahrscheinlich eh nicht, sind auch nicht draußen oder so. Ich erzähle das einfach nur kurz. Und zwar habe ich den geschrieben, als ich auf Tour war. Und ich war sehr verliebt, sehr, sehr verliebt. Aber der hat mich dann auf der Tour verlassen. Also er war nicht mit auf Tour, der war halt woanders. Und dann musste ich trotzdem abends auf der Bühne stehen und singen und mir ging es nicht so gut. Und dann habe ich diesen Song geschrieben. Heute kann ich drüber lachen, aber deswegen habe ich den Short Time Lover genannt.
I could blind day by his sweet talk, effortlessly won my heart. Got addicted to his touch, his lips. I think I never fell in love like this. But he proved me wrong. Oh, I never thought we'd become short-time lovers. Short-time lovers. The way he loved me, oh, I confess, makes me feel dizzy. He took my breath, but now that I see your true face, I'm wondering if our love was fake. The way he loved me, oh, I confess, make me feel dizzy. He took my breath, but now that I see your true face, I'm wondering if our love was fake. I'm wondering if our love was fake. I'm wondering if our love was fake. Is there any chance that you really are the person I have seen? Or was I wrong right from the start, so the mistake is on me? 'Cause he proved me wrong. Oh, I never thought we'd become short-time lovers. Short-time lovers. The way he loved me, oh, I confess, made me feel dizzy. He took my breath, but now that I see your true face, I'm wondering if our love was fake. The way he loved me, oh, I confess, made me feel dizzy. He took my breath, but now that I see your true face, I'm pretty sure that our love was fake. I'm pretty sure that our love was fake. I'm pretty sure that our love was fake.
Dankeschön. Ja, jetzt kommen wir auch schon zu meinem letzten Song, Stranger Danger. Das ist dann wieder so der Anfang von der Geschichte quasi. Also da war noch alles gut, da hat man sich kennengelernt. Und es ist auch ein anderer Mensch, by the way. Es ist nicht der gleiche. Nicht zu viele Credits hier abgeben.
Like a hawk, you're watching me from across the room. Your eyes reading me like a book out of everyone one, it's you I see. You got me hooked. You're the only one who makes me feel understood. And I'm melting out to the core. Still I want to give you some more, yeah. And I'm melting out to the core. Still I want to give you some more. Do you know you're my game changer, stranger? The way you look at me means major danger. Do you know you're my game changer, stranger? The way you look at me means major. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. The lights go down, I'm feeling free to let go. Slowly you start leading me to the dance floor. The way you move so easily lets me know we could work eventually, even more. And I'm melting out to the core. Still I want to give you some more, yeah. And I'm melting out to the core. Still I want to give you some more. Do you know you're my game changer, stranger? The way you look at me means major danger. Do you know you're my game changer, stranger? The way you look at me means major. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Do you know you're my game changer, stranger? The way you look at me means major danger.
Dankeschön. Vielen lieben Dank. Dankeschön. Es hat auf jeden Fall, mir hat es auf jeden Fall Spaß gemacht, mal wieder auf der Bühne zu stehen. Jetzt ist mir sehr heiß und ich glaube, es geht auch jetzt gleich weiter mit unserer Talkrunde. Bis gleich.
Yeah, that's definitely on. That's a really strong mic. You can hear me? It's a very strong mic.
Hallo? Kennt ihr die Mic noch ein bisschen? Nein? Okay. So, welcome again. Hello, Juba.
Hey.
Nice to have you here. Hello, Noraa. Nice to have you here. Yes, good evening. So, we will start with the third part of the evening. So again, my name is Pamela Owusu-Brenyah. I'm the founder of Afro X Pop. I'm a music consultant, festival organizer, my festival called Afro X Pop Festival, and a DJ. In my work, I campaign for the visibility of contemporary African pop culture, especially music and food. With my community platform, I want to give stage to talented young artists from the Afro-German scene, people from the African diaspora, and in the future also from Africa. My goals are to build bridges between African artists and artists who live in the diaspora. Welcome. We will start, with you, Juba.
Wait, yeah, you can hear me.
Is it okay? Juba, you are a DJ, filmmaker, and you're also a radio host.
I am.
And you are based between Berlin and London.
Yeah, I'm basically here nowadays because I can't travel.
You can't travel.
Yeah. I'm stuck. No, I'm joking. It's not too bad.
I remember in the beginning of the year you released Assurance, and I remember I think in December 2018 I was in Nigeria in Lagos, and you were in Lagos, and that's when you told me about the documentary. And I have to say it's a really, really good, insightful, and strong documentary, and yeah, we can really applaud her. This is her first work as an.
Oh, guys, come here.
Really strong piece. Please tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about you, about your passion for music. Why did you decide? We will go back first. We go to your movie afterwards. Yeah.
Way back. Shit.
Yes. Tell us a little bit. Why did you decide to become a DJ?
Oh, I tell this story all the time. You know what? I've always liked music, but I didn't always think DJing was really, really random. I was more into dance actually back in the day. I had my sort of stint as like, whoa, this is really loud. I had my stint as like a Afrobeats dancer. Fucking hell. And then I kind of graduated from uni. It's not that glamorous actually, a story, to be honest. I graduated from uni. I spent most of my time at uni dancing around and having fun. Hadn't really thought about life outside of it. And then I graduated and I couldn't get a job. And I was just really unhappy. And I was just like, oh, I'm so tired of being like grumpy and like depressed. And so I was just like, I want to have fun. DJing looks like fun. I'm going to learn to DJ because it looks really cool. And then I had like kind of like mentioned that offhand to a friend of mine who went to my university. And she introduced me to this girl called Mina. And she took me under her wing and taught me to DJ. And so Mina and Tash had a collective called Boko Boko.
Yes.
And I kind of slotted in as the third member. And that's kind of how it started. It was really kind of quite random, quite serendipitous. And now I'm here. Like, I'm not a doctor, lawyer, engineer. I'm, it's my parents' despair, but they can get over it, basically.
I think when I also met you, you did this program from Goethe-Institut.
Yeah.
Biz, music biz, or biz
Yeah,
meets
Buzz Meets Biz.
Yes, and I think this was also the beginning of your DJ.
Yeah, that was also, because before.
And that's also when you were still living between London and Berlin, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh? Was this the first time then when you came to Berlin?
No, I've been to Berlin before, but kind of just like on holiday. But that time was more of like a music-based thing. But actually, yeah, Buzz Meets Biz was probably like a turning point.
Yes.
When I realized, okay, DJing's cool, but I actually want to do more with this stuff. And so, so Buzz Meets Biz was like an interchange between artists based in Ghana.
Ah, yeah, Ghana, really?
Yeah,
That's
Ghana, the UK, Spain, and Germany. And we just sort of like had this cultural musical interchange based around music and business and the industry. And it really showed me like the wider potential of DJing in the music industry and its social kind of capital as well.
And why did you decide to move to Berlin? Why did you decide from London, a very diverse and and yeah, you meet black people everywhere.
Right,
and then you moved to Berlin. What kind of aspect about Berlin told you, you know what, let me pack my stuff and go to Berlin?
I think Berlin has that thing, like everyone who comes here on like a weekend holiday and goes raving and like goes and hangs around in Neukölln, it's like, this is such a, it's like a, oh yeah, Stash, of course it's gonna be you. You know, everyone's like, this is a really cool place, I could so see myself living here. And then they come and live here and it's like, it's still cool, but it's like, it's not a holiday destination, you know, it's an actual real place where real people live and it can be fucking annoying, but also great, but whatever. So I came kind of on holidays and also I did German in school, so it was kind of practical.
Okay.
So
maybe we can start to do this conversation here in German.
Leider nicht. No. And so yeah, and I kind of also, as a place for music and someone starting out, I thought there was space and opportunity here because I guess coming with Buzz Meets Biz and having connected with people through my kind of like sort of little dalliances around the city, I realised that there was actually a lot of space to do interesting stuff within the music genres that I played. So it just seemed like a bit of an opportunity, to be honest.
Okay. And how do you see your role as a DJ when it comes to empowerment, when it comes to...
My role as a DJ?
Yes. Is there, yeah. Like when I was DJing, I mean, it was of course passion for music.
Yeah, sure.
And I started to learn mostly DJing in Ghana in 2014-15, and I came to Berlin in 2016. And when I was on the dance floor, for me it was all about sharing the good African music, sharing contemporary music, and I felt like I wanted to show people here in Berlin and Germany what African music is.
Sure.
Because a lot of people think African music is only, sorry to use that term, world music. And during my time there, I really experienced the music scene. And so I felt myself more or less also like an educator. I felt like I wanted to really widen people's vision and image about African music. And I also remember in 2016 there was not so much Afro-pop music. Now everybody knows the term Afro-pop, Afrobeats. But when I came here, I remember people asked me, please, do you want to play at our party? Can you play a little bit of African music? And I remember 6 months later, almost every DJ I knew was then also a hip-hop DJ and Afrobeat DJ. So for me, it was also a political and educational mission that I had behind the desk. Is there anything similar to?
Yeah, so I guess for me it's kind of twofold because there's a like DJing on a dance floor in the kind of club environment, and kind of similar to you, when I started DJing, it was right in the middle of the rise of Afrobeats in like the UK, and suddenly you didn't have to go to like the Afrobeats club to hear it. You could hear it in like a main sort of, not mainstream, but it was like kind of percolating further out. So I think it was kind of that moment of diasporic pride as well, because a lot of diasporic kids who were raised in like, I don't know, Germany and the UK, it wasn't really cool to be African when we were growing up. Like a lot of African kids or people from Nigeria, for example, would pretend they were like Caribbean because it was all about dancehall and that kind of like bashment culture, and that was the cool thing to be. You know, when my surname was read out in school, everyone would laugh because it's like Nigerian, it's Juba, and you know, so it wasn't really cool. And then suddenly Afrobeats came around, and I think, not to obscure the problems in African or Nigeria or African countries, but there was a sense of, I guess, pride and a new narrative given to people of African descent, because, you know, suddenly Davido and Wizkid and Yemi Alade could release a video that showed a different side to Nigeria and not just like an Oxfam video and civil war, you know? So there was that. But then also, I studied history at university. I still really enjoy history and culture and society, like exploring society. And so through my radio show and things like this, I feel like I can use DJing as a kind of means to indulge in my enjoyment of exploring social issues, history, and potentially giving people a bit of knowledge, because on my radio shows I talk quite a lot and tend to try and give a bit of back knowledge or background into what I'm playing. So yeah, it's a bit self-indulgent really, to be honest.
Cool.
Enjoy myself.
Okay. Why not? And then maybe coming back also to your documentary, and you also have a chance to ask questions. I've seen the documentary a few times, and I also want to give stage to you people if you have some specific question. But maybe start with how did the idea came up to, jumping from behind the desk to kind of jumping behind the lens? I mean, you didn't film it directly, but you had the idea to come up doing insurance.
I think I love documentaries. Like I spent my life watching like David Attenborough documentaries in the UK and like history documentaries and prison documentaries. So I love documentaries. And I had a failed attempt after university to make a documentary about graduate unemployment. It was such a mess.
Ah, really? So wait, this is not your first time?
No, I mean, I failed that one because it was called Jobless and it just didn't happen. And anyway. But so I'd kind of like been wanting to make documentaries. So it was always in my sight. In my sight. Yeah, it was there. And then I've got a cousin in Nigeria who's a videographer and a photographer, and so she's also very interested in social issues and youth culture in Nigeria. Yes. And so when she moved there, we were kind of discussing maybe we should do something like I combine my interest in music and my experience in that, and you can use your kind of visual kind of expertise, and we can combine them. And so we just discussed it, but then my cousin kind of had to drop out because of just life happened, and then I just was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna carry on. And that was it. It was just kind of,
But the process wasn't that easy.
The process, it wasn't easy, let me say. Nigeria. Film a documentary in Nigeria. It's like, you have like 6 hours to film, and then you're in traffic for 4 hours. And then, so I was like, okay, I'm coming, I'll be 2 minutes, and then 3 hours later, they're like, I'm coming, I'm outside. They're not outside, they're not.
They're still at home.
They're not even awake, Like, it was a hot mess sometimes. I cried a few times, I'm not gonna lie, but I cry quite a lot anyway, so it's fine. I cry.
It's all good.
Yeah, so it was,
hard work pays off at the end.
Yeah.
Did you have the chance yet to showcase it in Nigeria now, no?
No, actually.
And how was the reaction of maybe people from Nigeria, or, you showcase it here in Berlin now a few times, and the reaction of people here, like how did they, especially Nigerians, how did they react to this documentary? I don't know if you know.
My parents found it quite interesting, and they're just like old school Nigerian people, so it was quite funny to, my dad being like, is that true? And I'm like, yeah, like you literally do that kind of stuff, so I don't know why you're acting surprised. But there were screenings in Nigeria, and I think it's a conversation starter, conversation opener. Like, there's certain scenes and demographics who are opening up to those kinds of conversations more. And I guess, they're also more inclined to be privy to this film anyway. So I think it's like, even in Germany and in Europe and stuff, I think the common thread is that essentially the struggle is kind of universal. So it might express itself in different ways, but whether it's, as someone in the taxi driver telling you should be married by this point and not be DJing, or I don't know, negotiating fees in Berlin and realizing that the guy next to you is getting paid more. Like, there's a universality of the struggle or experience, and I think there's like people can relate, I guess.
Very cool. Yes, I would say we ask question to the documentary maybe now. Does anyone, because I'm jumping now to Juba, to Noraa. Anyone has questions to the documentary? Or not to the documentary or to Juba? Does anyone wants to address something, aspects? Yes, you just please, because of COVID, no, please keep it with you. Yes, please stand up, and just because we have here, and then it will.
Okay, hi Juba, congratulations.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask, so as you said, when you were younger, being African wasn't cool, only recently through music, and I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. Last year, I think it was the year of return, it was like super commercialized. So I was wondering, you as an Afro-diasporic music artist, how do you ensure that your heritage doesn't become a trend, or how do you feel about that?
It's funny because this rise of like this new African narrative and it being really cool. I think for me it's important that it's not superficial, because it's all well and good like enjoying, the shaku shaku and all the zanku and all the kind of dances that we're doing now. But there's still a lot of issues that to kind of like appertain to our content in our countries that we need to deal with. So for me, I don't want to get lost in the source of like Afrobeats being really cool, because in Nigeria, people still need to buy fucking generators for their houses because electricity isn't like constant for everyone. So I think for me, I just try to like maintain, I guess, a sense of reality. I mean, in terms of me, like not to kind of get lost in that facade of like just coolness right now, if that makes sense. In terms of it being a trend, I mean, like, you can't stop people from like commodifying things, and like now the whole Beyonce conversation's happening because like suddenly Beyonce is you know, all Afro and whatever, and 10 years ago she wasn't. Like there's always this like trendification of things, and I guess like ultimately the thing about trends is that they die out and people finally just get over it. They don't care anymore because it's not cool anymore. But regardless of whether people care about Afrobeats or music coming out of African countries in 5 years, I'll still care because it's like I have an attachment to it. So I think it's like the authenticity like wins out ultimately, and if you authentically care about it, then it doesn't matter if it's a trend or not. It's like, fuck it, who cares? Like before Afrobeats was a trend, we were still enjoying it as well. Did that answer your question? Potentially. If not, sorry. Yeah.
Anyone else? Yes, please. Yeah. You too. So let's start with the gentleman in the back. Please, could you stand up? Sorry. Yeah. That's the procedure.
It's very interesting. I just have one question about this pandemic, because you said that there are so many disparities basically between women and men in the DJ world. How is it now with like this period, this time? This is my first question. The second question, you talked a little bit about Berlin. Do you have the feeling still that from your perspective that this is like a open and free space for you, or is it different than
Berlin?
Yeah.
As a city?
Yes.
Boy. Well, Berlin is what I always say, I feel like Berlin is a great, it's a great example of like marketing of a city. Like Berlin is marketed as like this liberal utopia. You come here, you're free, no one gives a shit. No, like if you're like a white man, a gay white man, you're living your best life here because you are actually free. If you're a black woman, I don't like to be characterized by struggle because there's more to like a black person or black woman than struggle. It's not like I actually enjoy my life. But living in Berlin is fucking hard. I'm being honest. Like it's really hard, and there's been times when I've hated this place because it's just, you know, like people talk about diversity, but it's not as diverse a place like London, but to me the issue isn't how many people of different groups there are, it's how people within those groups interact. And if you just have a load of people who are from different places and it's diverse, but they're not actually respecting each other, then it's not great. You know, as a black woman, it's hard. It can be hard. You walk out of the house in like a pair of shorts and a crop top, and like you're literally getting attacked. I think also here in Berlin, the conversations around race can be quite in their sort of elementary stages. And there's just certain conversations that, the UK's not perfect, please, I'm not like putting on a pedestal, but I think also because of the size and the history of, especially the black population there, certain conversations have been pushed forward by the sort of black and brown populations. Here, you know, there's racism, there's sexism, there's also racism from POC, there's so many intersections that make it very frustrating. So essentially, Berlin has got its core elements, and there are definitely there's a level of openness, liberality, progressiveness here, but it can feel quite superficial, and it can benefit a certain type of person, not everyone. So, it's not the liberal utopia. Yeah.
I think there's also an element to it that you just live in Germany for maybe 3 years, so it's also the language maybe and the culture.
Language, I think, so for example, I think there's also cultural behaviors, I don't know, I might sound like an arsehole saying this, but I think people can be quite grumpy in the city. There's an aggression that I sense that I didn't necessarily sense in London, and I thought London was an aggressive place, but here it's you know, I know I shouldn't do it, but you cross a red light and someone shouts at you, and it's fuck off, man, mind your business. But I think there's that, but I do also think there's it's adapting to the way people are, but I think it's also, there are definitely just conversations and relationships around race and gender and equality are still in their preliminary stages compared to what I'm used to in the UK. I've been called the N-word in this country since I've lived here, more times than my entire life in the UK. And I've been here for 2.5 years. I lived in the UK until I was 27, and also being called the N-word by not just the white population, but other members of the POC. So there's a lot to unpack, but I don't know, that's for you Germans to sort out, I don't know. I'm tired. And you asked another question about the fee and money and coronavirus and gender.
Asking about the pandemic, because now I guess you don't have gigs, or are there gigs and just
I think we're raising the question.
This pandemic, man, fucking hell. Like 2020, it's been a hot mess. I mean, like there's not really that many gigs. I mean, there's a lot of DJs and the creatives and music people here and whatever, and freelancers, like, it is what it is, do you know what I mean? Like,
do you see any chance in that cultural spaces are now digital, online?
I think the digital is great. It can be a great it can be supplementary. It can open up new opportunities, and I think there's been some kind of things that were hiding in plain sight that we've been able to latch onto, like just having conversations and panels online. But when it comes to live music, you can't replace the live experience for me. I don't want to be doing a live stream all the time in front of a computer and like worrying about how perfect I sound because there's so much more scrutiny. It's not the same. Like having DJing people sitting down because they can't dance because like if you breathe too hard, someone's gonna get coronavirus. So it's not the same. But I mean, yeah, everything's temporary. It'll bounce back.
Hopefully, yes.
Blah blah blah.
Boris, you are the last one. Then I think you need to go to the next one. Boris, your question is. Please stand up, Boris. Introduce yourself. No, it's okay.
Great job on the doc. I just wanted to know, I'm not sure when it was shot. Can you give us an update? You're probably still in touch with the 3 women. Can you give us an update on how they're doing?
Okay, cool.
During the pandemic?
An update on how the DJs are doing, basically, on the DJs who are in the documentary. Okay, cool. So Sensei Lo, did you understand the question? He asked for an update on how the DJs in the documentary are doing. Yeah. So Sensei Lo, she's been producing quite a lot of. I mean, first of all, there's been a pandemic, so more or less everyone's like in stalemate. But despite the pandemic, Sensei Lo has been doing a lot of production. She's doing a lot of collaborations with other artists, both across Europe and in African countries. She also has been doing a lot of like talks with other organizations. She did like a conversation with this project that's happening called Collective Practices recently, alongside another artist called Omon Blanks, talking about the pandemic as well. So she's been in full production mode. DJ Yin has been kind of like reformatting herself as an artiste. She's now Soul Yin, so she's like a holistic entity kind of thing. And she's been also working on, everyone's been working on music because no one's got anything else to do essentially. And DJ Ayizon, she's kind of started her own mix series as well. And everyone's just like trying to survive in this climate right now. I mean, it's kind of hard. I think Sensei Lo is also trying to make some moves around as well. And I mean, I'm not going to talk too much about her own business because it's not mine. But yeah, they're hustling. All right, cool. Sweet.
Thank you for the insight. Thank you. So, Noraa, nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Do we speak English? It's fine with me. Like,
anyone who does not understand German? Achso, wir können auch die Konversation auf Deutsch machen, wenn du magst. So. Ja, dann switchen wir mal um. Ich habe meine Fragen zwar auf Englisch, ich hoffe, ich kriege das so. Ja, Noraa, du lebst zurzeit jetzt in Berlin bist du gestrandet, sozusagen, aber du lebst eigentlich in Paris seit 2015 oder 14?
Also 14 war ich auch schon viel dort, aber glaube ich richtig hingezogen bin ich. Nee, warte, ich bin 14 sogar hingezogen. Das ist mein 6. Jahr jetzt, aber ich bin nicht da. Ja, also.
Ja. Und du bist geboren in Köln, aufgewachsen in Köln und hast 2019 dein Album Mixed Feelings, deine EP,
genau.
Deine erste EP released, genau. Deine Mutter ist deutsch, dein Vater kommt aus dem Tschad, du hast 3 auch tolle Geschwister und ihr habt ein DJ-Collective, Chari Squad. Ja. müsst ihr unbedingt folgen auf Instagram. Ja, Noraa, erzähl uns doch noch mal ein bisschen über dich und wie du zur Musik gekommen bist, seit wann du Musik machst und die vielleicht auch wie weit oder inwiefern deine afrikanischen Wurzeln dich beeinflusst haben in der Auswahl deines Berufs, Musikkarriere oder die Identität deines Vaters.
Ja, das ist lustig, weil ich glaube, wenn es nach meinem Vater ginge, würde ich auf jeden Fall einen anderen Job machen. Also dann wäre ich auf jeden Fall nicht Künstlerin geworden, sondern, weiß ich nicht, Lehrerin, Ärztin oder sowas in die Richtung. Aber was mich natürlich beeinflusst hat, war die Musik, die vor allem mein Vater zu Hause gespielt hat. Also Tschad, für die es nicht wissen, liegt in Zentralafrika, unter Libyen, zwischen Mali und Niger. Und es gibt natürlich auch tschadische Musik, aber mein Vater hat immer sehr viel Musik aus Äthiopien vor allem gehört. Also das war so, bei uns zu Hause gab es halt, meine Mom hat irgendwie Reinhard May gehört und mein Vater äthiopische Jazzmusik. Und dementsprechend war es relativ bunt, was die Musikmischung angeht, aber ich fand irgendwie alles cool und wollte zu allem auch mitsingen und mittanzen und habe dementsprechend irgendwie immer gesungen, aber ich glaube so richtig, dass ich das auch als Job so realisiert habe, dass man das machen kann, war, als ich meinen ersten Song geschrieben habe, durch Zufall irgendwie und dann Leute das gehört haben und gesagt haben, ey, das ist voll cool, können wir es nochmal hören? Und davor war das eigentlich nur ein Hobby und dann habe ich mir gesagt, okay, alles klar, ich mache jetzt kurz meinen Bachelor in was ganz anderem und dann mache ich halt Musik. Ja.
Schön, danke schön. Du bist dann nach Paris gezogen. Warum Paris?
Da bin ich auch gestrandet. Also ich habe mir das auch nie vorgenommen, sondern ich war auf einer langen Tour mit Patrice zusammen und wir waren so in ganz Europa unterwegs, aber halt sehr viel in Frankreich. Und ja, dann war diese Tour irgendwann vorbei, also die ging mehrere Monate. Und dann hatte ich vor der Tour gerade meine Bachelorarbeit abgegeben und stand dann so vor der Wahl, okay, mache ich jetzt irgendwie einen richtigen Job oder mache ich Musik? Und dann kamen voll viele Anfragen irgendwie aus Paris, so Plattenfirmen, Bookingagenturen und dann habe ich, glaube ich, innerhalb von ein paar Wochen meine Sachen gepackt und bin umgezogen.
Ich habe im Interview von dir gelesen, dass du dich überall zu Hause fühlst. Oder dass es für dich zu Hause nicht nur Köln ist, sondern dass du mit deinen wenigen Sachen die packst und dass du dich überall zu Hause wohlfühlen kannst und zu Hause fühlen kannst. Kannst du da zu dem Aspekt mal etwas sagen?
Ja, also das stimmt. Ich habe echt nicht so, ich habe halt damals, als ich aus Köln dann weggezogen bin, also bevor ich auf Tour gegangen bin, war für mich irgendwie klar, okay, jetzt ist irgendwie ein neuer Abschnitt, habe ich alle meine Möbel verkauft, meine Wohnung aufgelöst und dann hatte ich irgendwie noch so 2, 3 Sachen, die ich unbedingt behalten wollte, habe ich bei einer Freundin im Keller stehen gelassen und dann war ich gerade eine Woche auf Tour und hat sie mich angerufen und gesagt, ey, es tut mir voll leid, aber es gab richtig krasse Regenfälle und der Keller steht unter Wasser und alles ist kaputt. Und ich war so, ja okay, cool, dann habe ich jetzt nichts mehr. Ja, dann hatte ich halt irgendwie einen Koffer und meine 2 Gitarren und irgendwie habe ich dann Gefallen daran gefunden und ich bin auch tatsächlich im Februar mit einem Koffer nach Berlin gekommen und habe den auch immer noch und sonst nichts. Und es ist mir sowas von egal irgendwie, weil, keine Ahnung, die Gitarre habe ich heute Abend geliehen bekommen, eine Wohnung findet man immer irgendwo zur Untermiete und Leute lernt man auch immer kennen und Familie kommt mich meistens besuchen, da wo ich bin. Ja.
Würdest du sagen, dass Frankreich oder auch Paris ein more supporting, ein unterstützenderen oder ein einfacher Ort ist für eine schwarze Frau, Musik zu machen als in Deutschland?
Also um es ganz klar zu sagen, für eine ganz schwarze Frau nein, für eine mixed-raced Frau, so wie ich es halt nun mal bin, das hört sich echt blöd an, aber es ist einfach so, ja. So. Also es gibt jetzt genau, seitdem ich in Frankreich lebe, gibt es genau eine Künstlerin, die vielleicht auch mittlerweile hier alle kennen, Aya Nakamura. Und Aya Nakamura ist die einzige schwarze Frau, also aus Mali, glaube ich, ursprünglich, ja, die sich einfach dahin stellt und einfach alles abreißt. Ja? Also die Songwriterin, die ist die erfolgreichste, französischste, internationale Künstlerin, also international erfolgreichste Künstlerin. Und ich muss aber sagen, bevor Aya Nakamura aufgetaucht ist, war das Spektrum an schwarzen, vor allem Künstlerinnen, bei den Männern sieht es noch ein bisschen anders aus, gab es eigentlich niemanden. Es sei denn, es kam mal jemand auf der Weltmusikschiene dann daher. Aber so im Mainstream gab es bis vor Aya Nakamura keine schwarze Frau, die erfolgreich Musik gemacht hat oder auch so acclaimed worden ist. Aber für mich muss ich sagen, ja, war einfacher auf jeden Fall, weil davon gab es halt auch schon viele irgendwie. Das war dann so okay, das war so halb exotisch, aber halt nicht zu krass. So. Weil Frankreich ist auch rassistisch, ne? Also nur weil es da mehr irgendwie Schwarze gibt oder generell POCs heißt es nicht, auch was Juba vorhin gesagt hat, hier gibt es auch so viele POCs in Berlin, aber so viele verschiedene und die dissen sich halt wieder untereinander, deswegen, also das ist halt auch ein bisschen in Paris so.
Satz gesagt, die Musikindustrie ist mit vielen Stereotypen verbunden, was für mich leider von Vorteil ist. Das spielt ja auch ein bisschen in die Richtung, aber was ganz genau, auf was spielst du da an, was meinst du damit?
Naja, das basiert einfach auf Gesprächen, die ich so im Laufe meiner noch eher jungen Karriere vielleicht irgendwie, die ich so hatte, ne? Also ob das jetzt eine Plattenfirma ist, ob das ein Management ist, ob das irgendein Brand ist, das ein Model sucht oder eine Künstlerin, die halt dann mit denen eine Kooperation macht. So, man kriegt halt irgendwie immer durch die Blume gesagt so, ah ja super, du passt da perfekt rein, das ist perfekt. Weil die wollen halt diese, vor allem jetzt auch seit Black Lives Matter, die wollen halt diese Quote, wir brauchen jemanden, der vielleicht schwarz ist, so, aber das gibt dann quasi so Abstufungen und wenn ich jemandem erzähle, ja, ich mache Pop, R&B-Musik, guckt mich keiner blöd an und sagt so, hä, nee, das passt jetzt aber gar nicht. So, und wenn ich sagen würde, ja, ich mache, keine Ahnung, Volksmusik oder so, würde es ja auch anders aussehen. Aber ich muss halt leider immer dieses Klischee bestätigen, also immer wenn ich sage, ich mache das und das, dann ist so, ach ja, ja. Also,
Das ist erlaubt.
ja, ist mir auch eigentlich egal, ne? Aber es fällt mir natürlich auf. So. Und deswegen, ja, es gibt Stereotype und ich habe bestimmt auch schon zig Jobs deswegen bekommen, wenn ich ehrlich bin. So.
Positivrassismus.
Ja. Richtig
Ich merke
gut.
das ja auch, ich meine, wir können jetzt darüber lachen, aber ich merke das ja auch jetzt so für mich, dass ich natürlich ernst genommen werde und Leute mir zuhören und mir viele Wege und Räume geöffnet werden, weil ich natürlich mich mit Themen mit afrikanischer Popkultur beschäftige. Ich habe 2 Jahre bei Universal gearbeitet als A&R und mir hat wirklich jeder zugehört, egal von welcher Chefetage, weil natürlich alle geglaubt haben, wenn das schwarze Mädchen aus Afrika spricht, dann wird sie schon wissen, wovon sie redet. Und auf der einen Seite ist es natürlich positiv für mich, weil mir in meinem Bereich, in dem ich bin als Nische, mir viele Wege, würde ich sagen, und viele Türen offen stehen. Auf der anderen Seite wird es natürlich dann für mich schwierig, wenn ich mich außerhalb dieses Bereichs oder außerhalb dieser Räume bewegen möchte. Da wird es für mich dann nicht so einfach sein. Daher, ich finde den Aspekt generell eigentlich natürlich interessant und auch traurig auf der anderen Seite.
Ja klar, weil in dem Raum bist du ja quasi dann...
Erlaubt sozusagen?
Du bist ja eine Instanz, also so, das ist halt authentisch. Also wenn du das absegnest, das ist irgendwie cool, das ist irgendwie Black Music oder so. Ne? Aber genau, wenn jetzt einer von denen aber ein Vermieter wäre und du würdest da stehen und dir die Wohnung angucken, würdest du sie wahrscheinlich trotzdem nicht bekommen. Ja. Aber einen Tipp zur neuen Single abgeben, das geht. Ja.
Ja, wir sind leider zeitlich ein bisschen spät dran, aber ich würde trotzdem, habt ihr denn Fragen an die Noraa? Möchtet ihr noch ein paar Fragen an Noraa interessieren? Wer hat denn Noraa schon mal vorher gesehen oder wer kannte sie live? Ja, natürlich wir alle. Super, der super. Fangemeinde ist hier. Fragen? Any questions to Noraa? Da, hinten? Ja, Sorry? Dann habe ich noch eine Frage. Eine können wir nachher zwischenschieben. Und wie gehst du mit der Situation, jetzt Covid-19, keine Live-Auftritte, du kannst nicht mehr so frei reisen wie vorher. Du bist ja auch Songwriterin, du bist sehr viel unterwegs und schreibst auch für andere Künstler. Und wie hat sich Covid-19 jetzt eingeschränkt? Siehst du da irgendwelche Chancen für dich als Künstlerin?
Ja, also ich habe auf jeden Fall Glück, weil ich halt eben auch für andere Menschen schreibe und ich das ja von überall machen kann. Also normalerweise würde ich dafür auch reisen und dann dahin fliegen und so. Aber jetzt gerade ist es vollkommen okay, weil ich einfach auch hier dann Studios habe und dann schicke ich die Sachen ab und dann kann das trotzdem alles rauskommen und ja, weil live geht halt nicht, von daher ist das ein sicheres Nebenstandbein auf jeden Fall. Aber mal sehen.
Wollen wir mal sehen, was die Zukunft bringt. Ja. Noch jemand vielleicht eine Frage eingefallen? Nein? Gut. Dann würde ich sagen, kommen wir ich hoffe, ihr habt einen kleinen Einblick bekommen können von den zwei wunderbaren Künstlerinnen. Bitte folgt ihnen auf allen möglichen Plattformen, ob es jetzt Spotify oder Instagram oder Facebook ist. Sie brauchen euren Support. Ich bedanke mich herzlich natürlich bei euch zwei. Es war wirklich wunderbar, zwei so talentierte Künstlerinnen zu haben und Dokumentarfilmerinnen, wenn man das so sagen kann. Und ja, ich hoffe natürlich, dass wir uns auch irgendwann mal wieder irgendwie draußen oder im Club wieder treffen oder live on stage auf dem Konzert von dir, Noraa, oder du hinter den DJ-Desk, und wünsche euch natürlich alles Gute jetzt für die schwierige Zeit. Und ja, nochmals vielen Dank auch an euch alle. Ich hoffe, ihr habt die zwei ein bisschen kennengelernt. Ich hoffe, es hat euch heute gefallen. Ich hoffe, ihr konntet ein bisschen was mitbringen. Ihr habt jetzt auch so ein bisschen sozusagen 3 Frauen aus der afrodiasporischen Szene kennengelernt. Und genau, ich hoffe, das bringt uns alle ein bisschen näher und ein bisschen mehr Verständnis untereinander. So, meine Lieben, ich würde sagen, jetzt kommen wir zum letzten Teil. Freue ich mich auch sehr drauf. Juba live on stage, behind the decks. Das erste Mal jetzt seit 5-6 Monaten. Also, please, oh ja, sie muss auch mal kurz ihren Stick holen. Supportet sie ein bisschen und genießt die Musik in einem Raum. Wer weiß, wann wir das nächste Mal so einen DJ live erleben können. Tanzen ist eigentlich verboten. Ihr dürft auf den Stühlen ein bisschen hin und her hippen. Und ihr könntet jetzt, wir machen nämlich eine kleine Pause, 5 Minuten, ihr könnt jetzt noch mal einen Drink kaufen. Genau. Hallo? Genau, eine Sache, weil ich das gerade noch mal gefragt worden. Den Film Assurance könnt ihr bei YouTube finden und euch ganz gerne noch mal anschauen und auch schön euren Freunden davon erzählen, dass sie das unbedingt sich anschauen sollen. Genau, also einfach bei YouTube Juba, ist das unter Juba, unter Your Name, Juba, und dann Assurance. So.
Another.
Engalala, wavuka engalala ebavuka ebathukenzele kishe okuwesendishe yebaslap kamancane okuwesendishe elabantwana baru.
It's Kelpie Vibes.
I know they find their trouble. I know they find their trouble. I know they find their trouble. I just they face my hustle. See when you start they go yimu, then they go start to they love you. Spiritual, highly spiritual. Spiritual, highly spiritual. I'm all on da. Cause them know me not holding back. See I feel wire. All the money way there in my bank. Just to show you that I'm for real. You know it's not hard to find me. I've been on the road and when I slow down, but I run with the program. Said all my people spiritual. Ori wakbe, daba wale, Jacko wakbe. Said all my people spiritual. Ori wakbe, daba wale, Jacko wakbe. I know they find their trouble. I know they find their trouble. I know they find their trouble. I just they face my hustle. See when you start to go yimu, then they go start to they love you.
I get together from my yard, take a big back away, they make me feel amazing, guys. I guess one way they give me things I need. I guess one way they make me feel nice. She slow, that's enough to leave, I'm guys. I guess one day one give me keys and leave. But my bed is final. We see baby baba now. I get wear designer. Everything way I give, I'm final. Yeah, I know like voila. But we see baby baba now. Say my bed is final. When they drop, everybody know they tired. All of the girls go do anything for my love. All of the boys go do anything for the money. Then they dance to my music, then they show me love. Girls wanna touch, wanna love, they want the love. Say I got one life, make I leave, see I don't try. Us hustle for street and no life. Now see me, I done the job life. Yeah. But my bed is final. The girls they like wear designer. We see baby kid a bit another tire. When the girl they drop for club is final. Oh, my girl they make me lose my mind. I give her what she needs. My girl they make me lose my mind. Another girl another see. But my bed is final. We see baby baba now. My girl wear designer. Everything way I give I'm final. Yeah, I know like voila. But we see baby baba now. Say my bed is final. When they drop everybody know they tired. Yeah. Key to my beamer. I say who am I? The girl them sugar. Call me the girl them sugar. No one bother. Number one, no one bother. Say who's got the key to my limo? I say who am I? The girl them dada. Call me the girl them dada. I run everything done dada. Hey. But my bed is final. We see baby baba now. My girl wear designer. Everything way I give I'm final. Yeah, I know like voila. But we see baby baba now. Say my bed is final. When they drop everybody know they tired. Yeah.
dlala kamnandi obe Jobu 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 dlala kamnandi obe àlàyé mi ṣó máa fowó nìkì. Náà má lè igbó làbí, ìyẹn ó máa fi gbó fọyín. Dání màkánná kí orí làbí, ó máa forí fọyín.
Àwọn ọ̀pẹ méjì ó yẹ ẹni lówó mà ló ń gbọ́mọ méjì, mà ló ń gbọ́mọ méjì. Ẹni kò má lè pé bọ́dì ó yẹ. So live your life, no send nobody. Yeah, no send nobody. Yeah.
I'm on me Beckham. When it come to JB Beckham. Hey, I'm on Manchester, Toba, Tienta, everywhere, oh my scatter. Come back, I'm on me Dublin. King, I want pretty tangerine. They see me then, oh, I need a chocolate. See, Jesus, come and take control. Hey, so I can control my flesh. When I fetch a gun, oh, Shaman, I can come and kill myself. Jesus, come and take control. Hey, so I can control my flesh. When I fetch a gun, oh, Shaman, I can come and kill myself. Come here, see my guy, Basso. Show my fantasy for you. Hey, don't worry about the call. I'll have you show my favorite. Now I'm at you, it's good to be. Yeah, oh my big boy for you. Danny Makana, you in a beat. Hey, oh my body for you.
Àwọn méjì ó yẹ ẹni lówó mà ló ń gbọ́mọ méjì, mà ló ń gbọ́mọ méjì. Ẹni kò má lè pé bọ́dì ó yẹ. So live your life, no send nobody. Yeah, no send nobody. Yeah. I want you sparkling my ass. This up here to wash my mouth. Make money all day. Me, I gonna come and die.
Baby, now I'm Mali. You go la bi, you go for him. So they need that me a liar. You go la bi tikuti. This people la Mali.